I'm Sherman from Northbound Restaurant here in Lincoln Park, and today we're doing a spinach and apple soup with Kaskaskia cheese and beauty heart radishes. And we're going to be shilling, promoting, using products from Snug Haven, from Genesis Growers, from Hillside Organics, from Prairie Fruits Farm, and I'm sure a host of others that I've neglected to mention. It'll be great fun. Today I'm going to feature Snug Haven spinach. That spinach can actually taste better in the winter when it frosts than it does many of the other times of the year. Easy recipe for soup. It's good for purees. If you want to cook fish and use a spinach puree, you can use it as that as well. Put a little oil in the pot. If we use too hot of an oil, we're going to burn the onion, we're going to burn the apple. We don't want color on it. We're going to peel the apple. We're going to take the core out. We're going to cut it in fine slices so it cooks at the same rate as the onion. I like to use apples that are firmer and denser. We'll cut it in eighths, and we'll just cut fine slices, right? I'm going to put the onions and the shallots in the oil. Take the apple. I'm going to put it in the same pan. Some salt. Some white pepper. Use cinnamon, right? We'll shave some nutmeg in there. Nutmeg works with cinnamon, it works with apples, it works marvelously well with spinach. So whenever you cook spinach at home, I would recommend you put a little shaving of nutmeg in there. Cayenne pepper is another thing on spinach. A little bit of heat is nice to contrast with the sweetness of the spinach. Another shortcut in the kitchen is to get hot things hot before you put it into the pan, both to economize on time, but to get a better product at the end. So if I'm using chicken stock, I'm going to heat it up first so that when I add it later, it's already at a boil. Garlic in the oven. You can cut off the top, you can leave the top. Toss it with oil, salt, pepper, brown sugar, thyme, bay leaf if you have it. Put it in a foil packet. 400 degrees, 45 minutes, maybe 60 minutes, till it's soft. Then you can cut off the top. You can see the nice caramelization on the top. Squeeze a clove in there. Add the cream. And I'm going to reduce it by half. I'm going to add my chicken stock. Going to cut beauty heart radish. These are from Vicky at Genesis Growers. I'm going to cube these for garnishing the soup. I'm going to put them in a small pan. A little bit of water. I'm going to use a little butter. I'm going to use a little salt. I'm going to use a little white pepper. If I had sugar, I'd put a pinch of sugar in there. And we're going to just glaze these quickly while we're working on the soup. To heat this pan up nicely, we're going to put in some oil. And take a big handful of spinach. Hot flame. Salt, pepper, nutmeg, a little cayenne. I'm not going to cook it till there's nothing left. I'm just going to wilt it. It's going to cook some more. And the shallots and apples. Proportionate to how much spinach I used. In your blender, you want to take out the center. Unless you want to burn yourself, seriously. Towel over the top. Lightly put my hand on it. You don't want to fill it up with hot product more than 2/3 of your blender container. Otherwise the expansion is going to go right into your towel, right into your kitchen. But you do want to fill it up more than, say, 1/3 or 1/4 because it's hard to get the right emulsion. Add a little bit of liquid from our vegetables. Then I'm going to add a little bit of butter. I'm going to pour it through the strainer. And I'm going to work it through with a spoon or a spatula. You have to push a little bit to get those solids out to give some body to your soup. So I'm going to check our radishes. So we're going to take them out. They're nice and tender, but they're not mushy. They still have some body to them. Now there's liquid left, right? Are we going to throw that out? Not so much. We're going to reduce that down to a glaze and reinforce that beauty heart radish flavor. See the glaze getting thicker? See that? Almost coating the bottom of the pan. Almost burning. Gonna add the glazed, the beauty hearts back to it. Push them around in the glaze to get all that goodness on the beauty heart radish. They're done. You don't pile in the middle of the bowl. Some pumpernickel croutons, because it's nice to have crunch in the bowl. Gaskia cheese. It's a hard grating cheese that Leslie from Prairie Fruits. Chervil or garnish, whatever you have at home. Then we're going to pour the soup in the bowl. And that's it.